Hi, welcome back to Excel in Life. This is third episode of our VBA tutorial series. In our first episode we have learned opening Visual Basic Editor, know your VB editor, add, rename, remove module, record first macro, debug VBA code, saving workbook with VBA code. In our second episode we have learned various terminology to write VBA code, default Excel text functions, writing VBA code for text function. If you not yet watched the previous episodes, then please watch all previous videos starting from episode 1 before this video. You can watch the same by clicking I button above, and also link is given in the description. In this tutorial you will learn how to implement various loop in VBA code. This is the heart of any code you write, hence, watch carefully till the end. Let us understand loop. VBA loop in Excel is an instruction to run a code or repeat an action multiple times. A loop allows you to execute a block of code multiple times until a certain condition is met. This action can be repeated for a collection of objects like a range of cells, worksheet or workbook, array, chart of a worksheet, and so on. You can perform actions on each object and then go to next. Since a separate code for each task need not be created, loops work much faster than manual repetition of tasks. There are different kinds of loops that you can use in VBA. The top 4 are 1. For next loop. 2. For each loop. 3. Do while loop. 4. Do until loop. Syntax of the for next loop. Now we will see 5 different use of for next loop. Let us open VB editor to write the code. Now onwards we will declare variable before using in the code. When you declare variables in VBA, you tell Visual Basic for applications what is the data type of the variable. VBA allocates memory for that variable accordingly. Explicitly declaring variables and data types result in more efficient and faster code execution. To ensure proper declaration of variable, start code with option explicit. Let us first write simple for loop, which will enter number 1 to 10 in 10 cells. Declare variable I as integer. Now debug this code to know how it functions. The for loop starts from I equals 1. It prints the value of I, that is 1, under Excel cell, and at next, it goes again to the start of the for loop and makes I equals 2, prints the value of I, that is 2, in next cell, and so until the code reaches its last value, i.e. 10. As soon as the code reaches the last value of I, 10, the code gets terminated itself due to the non-availability of any integer value above 10. Let us write code of for loop with forward step. Declare variable I as integer. Then follow the code. Let us debug this code to know how it functions. For the values starting from 2, this loop enables to print 2, 4, 6, 8, 20 in subsequent Excel cells. Step 2 explicitly has given, so that starting from number 2, the code will jump to the next number with step 2, that is 4 will be printed, and so on. This process will continue until 20 occurs in a cell. As soon as 20 occurs in a cell, the loop will be terminated automatically. Next, we will write for loop with backward step. Please follow the code, which will write 20 to 2 with a gap of 2 number, like 20, 18, 16 and so on. Download link of this workbook will be given in the description. You can download for your practice. Now debug this code to know how it functions. As we have given a starting point of the loop as 20 and ending point as 2 with step -2, the loop starts from 20, and in the step of -2 it goes on to the next number, which is -18 and so on. As soon as the loop reaches value 2, it gets terminated automatically, and the last value will be printed as 2. We have nested with another for loop to generate a serial number 1 to 10, so that value can be printed on the cell serially. We will see nested for in next example. Nested loop is nothing but a loop within a loop. This is a typical nested for loop. Let us understand each step by debugging. In this example, at I equals 1 and j equals 1, macro puts the value of I multiplied by j, that is 1 multiplied by 1, into intersection of row I equals 1 and column j equals 1, that is cell A1, and goes for the next value of j, that is 2, keeping I equals 1, into the intersection of row I equals 1 and column j equals 2, that is cell B1, macro inputs the value of I multiplied by j, that is 1 multiplied by 2. For I equals 2 and j equals 1, macro enters the value of I multiplied by j, that is 2 multiplied by 1, into the intersection of second row and first column, that is cell A2, and goes on. Loop ignores the next value of j as j varies only from 1 to 2, and goes to the next value of I, until the range of I and j. Exit for statement allows you to exit the for next loop completely. You can use it in cases where you want the for next loop to end when a certain condition is met. Let's take an example where you have a set of numbers in column A and you want to highlight all the negative numbers in red font. In this case, we need to analyze each cell for its value and then change the font color accordingly. Note down how we set the range value. This statement assigns range from A1 to last cell value of the column. Range.count gives number of elements in the range. But to make the code more efficient, we can first check if there are any negative values in the list or not. If there are no negative values, we can use the exit for the statement to simply come out of the code. Range with number I is addressing each elements. The way we are changing font color, you can make them bold, italic, etc. by writing additional line of code. Let us debug this code with negative value to see how it is working. Our first if statement checks minimum value in the range. If it is not less than 0, then it will execute the exit for statement. Since there is negative value available, our first if statement will not be executed, and it will come to next if statement, and font color of all negative value will be converted to red. Now we will once again run this code with no negative value in the range. This time first, if condition is true, an exit for is executed, and it come out from the for next loop. As a bonus tips, I will show you how to write previous code without using exit for statement. Since checking of minimum value has been given inside the for loop, just to demonstrate usage of exit for, it is executed every time loop is running. This is not required. Let us put the code outside for loop with the if condition. Now if code finds any negative number in the range, then only for loop will be execute, otherwise it will skip the loop. This is a better version of previous code. If you debug this code, you can see that checking of negative value is executed once, and loop is working for its entire range. So, today we completed for next loop. In next episode we will cover other loops. Thank you for watching this episode. If you have not yet subscribed, then please subscribe to this channel to bring such wonderful tutorial for you, and click the bell button to get the notification of upcoming tutorials. Till then, goodbye.